can be a part of history. Shea's Performing Arts Center will mark 90 years downtown.
There's a huge party to celebrate. We have News 4's Lauren Hall live downtown for us. Lauren?
That's right. Tomorrow, January 16th, 2016, is the 90-year anniversary of the day that Shea's first opened its doors. It was first built as a European-style movie house, and it really looks today so much like it did those 90 years ago, and that's thanks to the restoration efforts that have been going on here at the theater for about 20 years now. We are with President Tony Conti. First of all, Tony, take us back to that day 90 years ago. I know you weren't here, but what was it like when it opened? You've done a lot of research on the place.
You know, with the research we've done, the theater was built in literally 366 days, and that's pretty amazing when you think about it. They didn't have any power equipment; it was all manual labor. It was designed to look like a European opera house. That was Michael Shea's dream, was to have this show house that was tagged, I believe, by the Courier Express, the Wonder Theater. And today, if you come in Shea's on Main Street, you'll see that there's a sign right over the door that says the Wonder Theater. And they felt that this theater was the eighth wonder of the world, and that's why they tagged it this name. It has been a spectacular theater. It obviously fell into disrepair. Our job, we felt, was to restore the theater. And when I say restore, what that means is everything we do is to take the theater exactly back to the way it looked in 1926 when it opened.
And those include down to every single detail, the ornate ceilings, the chairs are the same chairs?
Absolutely. The seating, the ceiling, the lighting fixtures, the grand drape, which we are really, really proud of. This is the first time this grand drape has ever hung in this theater. It was manufactured for us in Austria. We took the design from the original design from Louis Comfort Tiffany Studios. We have a rendering that's in the building that we obtained from the Metropolitan Museum of Art that proved that the interior was designed by Tiffany, and he designed this grand drape to hang here. Lowe's or Shea's never had the grand drape here. They used a trellis kind of affair as opposed to a grand drape. So we decided a trellis wasn't going to work for us. We needed to have a drape. And when the old one got beat up, we decided, okay, we're going to go from the Tiffany design and we're actually going to hang their original design drape. So this is the first time it's ever hung in the theater. It's been here for about 3 months now.
It's magnificent. This whole restoration project cost a total of about $15 million. Why go through such expense?
Because it's beautiful. Because I think, we want to make sure that generations to come can appreciate this theater, the fact that it was built so long ago, and we've been able to maintain it and restore it and keep it functioning as a working theater. And that's the other kind of interesting things. A lot of the historic theaters in the country that have been saved are office buildings, or they are schools, or they serve different functions. We've been able to keep this as a working theater, which we're very proud of, and the intent is to keep it that way a long, long time.
And you can experience the 90th anniversary celebrations this weekend, Sunday, 2 p.m. On the stage, they will be showing a silent version of Sherlock Holmes, and an organist will be playing the accompaniment on their Wurlitzer organ, which was originally here when Shea's first opened. We'll have more about that when we see you in about half an hour right here on the CW23. For now, reporting live in downtown Buffalo, Lauren Hall, News 4 Wake Up.
Lauren, thank you very much.
There's a lot to be said for the fact they saved the instrument, too. I mean, the organ, the original
Wurlitzer. The design of that theater,
yeah.
And it's true. I think it's easy to take for granted that we have this here because so many places around the country don't. You can celebrate a piece of Buffalo history this weekend. Shea's Performing Arts Center. Do you know how long it's been here? 90 years. That's how long ago it opened on Main Street, and there will be a huge party to mark that milestone. We have News 4's Lauren Hall live down at Shea's for us this morning with those details. Good morning to you, Lauren.
Good morning, Teresa. Now people come to Shea's Performing Arts Center, thousands of people, to see Broadway shows, touring concerts, comedians, all kinds of different things here. But when it first opened back in 1926 right here in downtown Buffalo, it only served one purpose, and that was to be a movie house. The building was modeled after a European opera house, and that's where a lot of the decor finds its inspiration. We have the president of Shea's with us right now, Tony Conti. Tony, $15 million worth of restorations have been put into this building. We're joining you right now from one of the luxury boxes. What has been done in here?
Well, this has all been completely restored. We've outfitted it with Kittinger Furniture, compliments of Kittinger Furniture Company here in Buffalo. We've restored it. One of the interesting factors I think you might be able to see up here, there's flowers in front of above this whatever this is, this balcony
structure.
Those flowers are made from tin, and when we started the restoration, we really didn't know they were there because there was so much dirt and dust on them, you couldn't see them. And it's the only thing in the theater that's not made from plaster. We found some missing from this specific box, and our stagehand, Sean Flayhive, actually made them down in the basement. He actually copied, got some tin, pounded it out, and then our restorationist painted it. And so some of those flowers are actually made here last summer. But we found when we cleaned them off that they were actually painted and very colorful, and now people come in and say, oh, you added something different. Well, we didn't add anything different. Those were always there. It's just they were covered with dirt.
I remember seeing them. I thought they were new too. They are very bright and colorful. Something else that has been here for the theater's entire 90-year history is the original Wurlitzer organ, which you have displayed for us right now. Tell us about this amazing artifact.
Well, this organ is original to the building. It's one of only 3 of this particular model that were ever built, and to our knowledge, there are only 2 in existence now. The other one is in Australia, quite a ways away. The unique part about this organ, though, is because Wurlitzer was only 15 or so miles away, when they came up with ideas for different things, different features for their new organs, they would come here and test them, and they would connect them to our organ, and they would test them, and then when they were finished testing, they would leave them here. So we're told by many of the organ aficionados around the country when they come to play the organ that it has features that no other organ in the country has, because they were test things that Wurlitzer was doing, and whether they implemented them or not, they left them here. So if you go up into the organ loft, there are all kinds of instruments, everything from timpani to trumpets to saxophones connected to this organ that can be played from the keyboard. In fact, below us in the lower box, there's a grand piano that's connected to the organ. So the organist can play the organ and the piano at the same time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing to think that organ now has an estimated value of about $1 million.
Worth about
How much did it cost to build this building 90 years ago?
$1.5 million.
Amazing. And you can see the organ in action this weekend. They'll be showing Sherlock Holmes on stage here, silent film style, and the house organist will be playing the accompaniment. It starts at 2 p.m. We have posted ticket information for that performance and found it on 4 section of WIVB.com. For now, reporting live inside Shea's Performing Arts Center in downtown Buffalo, Lauren Hall, News 4 Wake Up.
Imagine who gets to play that organ and sitting there thinking of how many people have played it over the last almost 100 years. Very neat to see in there and hear about that history. Lauren, thank you.